Okay, so this would be our final result of our Halloween monster, the Black Cat. Now, there's the dad and mom, and, well, of the monster. And black cats actually have more dominant genes than white cats. Also, we have Big Beep for black fur, little W for white fur, and if you combine, you'll get 100% result of black cat in the whole Punnett squares. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. Wonder how we got there? Let me explain. Hello everybody, once again. So today's Halloween activity will be a little bit different to learning about the history. This time we'll do something a little bit more interactive. Today, we'll be making our own Halloween monster with genetics. Let's go ahead and start. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, your first step, is to create your monster key. What's this monster key going to be about? So, in this table, you can list the table, and in one table, you can put dominant, and in the other, you can put recessive. Okay. In each one, you can put whichever traits you want to be dominant or recessive. It doesn't have to be accurate because, well, we don't really have a real monster key. So this is up to you and your creativity. I chose, for my dominant ones, horns, having 2 eyes, green and yellow fur, having fur, being plain, that means having no patterns, just one color. More than 2 extremities, so like 3 arms or 3 legs, and having pointy teeth. Now, for me, for recessive, I chose having no horns, 3 eyes, red and black fur, to have scales, to have patterns on the fur, to have 2 extremities, whoopsies, little typo there, and having round teeth. That means that the teeth isn't really pointy. So from this step I just gave you, you can go from 2 ways. You can start creating a monster from scratch, or you can calculate the parent traits of your offspring. In the first part of this video, you could see that the black cat, instead of creating a new monster, we actually traced it back to the parents. Now this one takes a lot more thinking, and because, well, the title of this video is creating your own Halloween monster, today we're going to go with the blue cloud. Okay, well, from here we're going to start. You're going to put your table to the left, and then you're going to start drawing your very own Halloween monster. Okay, so first of all, we're going to pick the traits we want and those traits we don't want. So circle the ones you do want. And for example, this is just an example. I don't want horns, 2 eyes, red and black fur, plain, 2 extremities, and I would also like round teeth. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start drawing our Halloween monster. You can define the body however you want. Of course, I think I'm gonna go with Mike Wazowski shape. I think I'm gonna do like a bit of an oval for the body. Of course, you can do whatever you want for this. And also, I think I'm gonna make his eyes kind of like frog eyes and with little arms and legs, 2 of each. Okay. So we're gonna draw the eyeballs over there, the little dots. And then while you do that, you can check what you have done and what you haven't. So we already have added no horns, 2 eyes, and 2 extremities of each. Now we're going to add the mouth with round teeth so they're not pointy. And, well, you can do this as much as you want until you get the result you wish. Okay, after that, we're gonna look for a brush that helps us see that furish texture a lot better. Like an airbrush. In my clip art studio, I'm gonna use my airbrush. Of course, I have to organize how thick it's going to be so it doesn't get out the lines. And of course, remember to put different layers if you're doing it in this app, so it can be a lot easier to difference the lines and stuff like that. So here I think I found the tone I want. So now I'm just gonna color in my new Halloween monster with this reddish kind of fur tone. Yay. Also, if you notice, you can't see it very well, at least the fur, because of the background. So what we're gonna do later is that we're just gonna put some white background behind so our monster looks a lot better and the colors are more understandable. Okay, so that's all done. And when we're done, we're gonna go ahead and do the white background. Okay. So we create a new layer and we put it behind the color and the outline of our monster. And then we are going to draw in it with white. Of course, I was looking for a white rectangle, but I didn't find it. So I guess we're gonna have to go with the brush. And we're gonna have to go with a thick brush. Chalk would be a good one. And then if you see the layer, it's making it go behind. And that makes our colors a lot more understandable and clear to the eye. Okay, that's a lot better. Now, I think I'm gonna add a darker red tone so our little monster can look more with red fur. Of course, it's still chalk, so it does give that rubbed texture feeling. Okay, so after we're done with that, I guess we would officially be done with this example of your monster. Now remember, you can make your table with whatever you want and make your own very monster unique and adaptable to its personality. And like it says right here, I'm all done with this example and you can go ahead and make your own monster. Okay, I guess you've done your monsters by now. Now, as you can see on the screen, this is another example of another monster you can make. Now, this one had horns, more extremities, more eyes, and pointy teeth. So you can play around with these factors. Now, the important part of this is that you know that genetics is in there, because without it, your monster would be just a blob of nothingness. So, please enjoy. Another activity you could do alongside this one is that you could write down the traits of genetics, like we did in the cat, but only about that Halloween monster. And you could also make various and make them into what we would call Halloween cards. What are these? These are like Pokemon cards, but you put power, you can put courage, whatever you want inside these cards. And don't worry, next week I will come up with some of these cards and I'll post them in Sigma Science. So please do not miss that. Like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you after Halloween. Bye!